it do, world? Welcome to Street Journal. It's your man, KL.
It's your boy, man, Mom. What it do?
Man, we got good news, man. TAKEOFF's killer was arrested. The guy's name is, what was it?
I forgot.
Xavier, Patrick Xavier Clark.
Yes, but before I do that, I always start with that human element. I spoke to TAKEOFF's mother early this morning, and my prayers, and I ask that all our prayers continue to go out to her and his entire family, his close friends, the city of Atlanta, and all of TAKEOFF's fans around the world. We lost a good man, and I didn't have the pleasure of meeting him. But everybody, hundreds of people that I talked to, spoke on what a great individual he was.
We spoke it up, bro.
We have a special relationship with the city of Atlanta. I want to make sure that stays intact. I want to thank them, the family, and everybody else for patience, allowing us to work through the evidence and the facts, which is most important. I also want to thank our investigators. Here today, Sergeant Michael Barrow, Lieutenant Barnes, Investigator Ross Watson, and also from the DA's office, Ruben Perez and Matt Gilliam, who's worked very hard on this case. All of our individuals, our divisions, our homicide division, thank you. People don't know the hard work that they do behind the scenes, the number of hours that they're away from their family members. So, also the gang division, our federal partners, FBI, state partner, DPS, and ATF. Everybody took a role in this investigation. We stood here a little bit, I think a month ago, maybe a day or two, made a promise that we would get the individuals or the individual that's responsible for the murder of TAKEOFF in custody. So yesterday evening, we arrested Patrick Xavier Brown, 33 years old. He's charged with the murder of TAKEOFF. Brown was arrested again yesterday evening in the 14700 block of Sterling Green Boulevard. It's located on the east side of Texas. Of Houston. Again, Cameron Joshua, 22 years old, was arrested on November the 22nd for felon in possession of a weapon. I'm going to turn it over to the mayor right now, and after that, we're going to bring up the investigators and then the district attorney's office, and then Commander Garcia will translate for us in Spanish.
Thank you, Chief. And look, let me thank your entire team, all of your law enforcement partners that have been working on this case. Let me thank the prosecutors from the DA's office. I really appreciate their presence and their work, and I've certainly realized that the work even continues in this case. I do want to point out the fact that over the last month, I've had several conversations with the mayor of Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens, kind of keeping him advised of this investigation and what was taking place, and talked with him as late as yesterday evening to apprise him of what would be taking place today. Look, it was about a month ago when we stood here as a team to discuss the shooting death of Kirshner Kyrie Ball. Public knew him as TAKEOFF. We all knew him as TAKEOFF, a talented entertainer and part of the Atlanta-based group, the Migos. I do also want to acknowledge Councilman Edward Pollard, who is with us this afternoon. But in more than entertainer, he was a son, a brother, cousin, and a friend, and a mentor to those in the music industry. At that time, we also asked witnesses to help police identify TAKEOFF's killer and prevent more violence from happening in retaliation. I am glad that a suspect has been arrested and charged with TAKEOFF's death. It certainly, I think, will bring some comfort to the family, though it does not bring TAKEOFF back. This is a significant step towards seeking justice, and I hope it also brings additional comfort to all of those who love Takeoff. Over the past few weeks, Chief Fanning and I were asked often about the status of the investigation. The chief kept me informed about the information that had been received, the evidence that was being collected, including the video that was being reviewed. I want to express my regrets and disappointment that this was a case of another young man taking the life of another young man for no reason. The gun violence everywhere, not just in the city of Houston, has to stop. People are dying for little or no reason, and people are reaching for a deadly firearm to settle sometimes a minor disagreement. But pulling a firearm can have deadly consequences that you cannot undo. And so I'm glad that arrest has taken place, that we do have someone in custody. It is unfortunate. It really is unfortunate because it does not bring Takeoff back. But to Chief Fanning, to you, to your command staff, to the investigators, to the DA's office, to all the partners who helped, to those who provided tips, information, let me thank you, and then look forward to this investigation and prosecution continuing on this matter. Thank you, Chief.
Looks like you got a little Cam, then came out about a hair on his chinny chin. But he's a felon, guilty of possession of a firearm, and even being in the place in the process of a felony as well.
He was on bond.
Yeah. So he's going to prison no matter what.
So like I said, better than the murder case.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this goes back to the point of not judging nobody without knowing the issue. Yeah. But he was involved in the whole situation. He just didn't pull the trigger.
I was just about to say that now. If he fired the gun, then that's a whole nother charge. But obviously he didn't fire the gun, because obviously they saw
it. Was almost like he incited a riot. Because he was part of it.
He was part of it. He was in the middle of it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was about what he said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever they had going on, whoever he was arguing with, because they never said. I heard they had a boxer that was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And supposedly the boxer was the one that punched Quavo. Swung at him or something like that. That's just something that I heard.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It's a lot of alleged shit being said. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why Street Journal waited and got the facts that we could get before we broadcasted the smoke on anything. Because I didn't want to have to make corrections for any of that.
But talking about the wrong shit.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We want to thank Houston Police. Y'all, you're doing your job. The people can see it. Thank you. You know what I mean? Because the young man needed justice. We can't stand to see a man come up. You know what I mean? As a people, you know what I'm saying? And at some point, this got to stop. You know what I mean? Because the way things are going in the entertainment business anyway, is that if you get any little bit of a buzz, you could eat. Because your YouTube channel will even jump, bro. Even if you're not selling so many records or nothing else, but if you posting on YouTube,
you're making something.
You can make a buck.
Better than somebody working.
Absolutely.
If you got,
you know what I'm saying? If you got the views and what it takes to get there, you know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is that these kids do this shit all day, every day anyway. You know what I'm saying? It has been their life. You know what I mean? But
that's why I say at some point, bro, people ain't gonna have to leave their house. They just gonna be doing streaming videos on YouTube, getting paid.
Marketing, publishing, and media
selling stuff. You know,
is business. You know, e-commerce is business.
I mean, we already seen
how we moving now.
Through the pandemic, you've seen a lot of people starting businesses and stuff. So
yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's only a matter of time, man.
Yeah.
But
rest in peace to Takeoff.
Yeah, rest in peace, Takeoff.
Deepest condolences to the family. I'm glad you guys have been able to get some peace out of this. Pardon me. A lot of talk, but let's keep it factual action. You know what I'm saying? Street journal. We out.